1. She wants to die. The memory flew at Brenna Spector like words on a passing billboard, there for just an instant, but solid, real. Brenna had been staring at the image on her assistant Trent LaSalle's computer screen, their latest missing person, if you could call what they were looking at a person. She was more a shadow, standing behind a scrim, backlit into anonymity, all limbs and curves and fluffy hair, but no detail, no color, no face. She looked as though she was naked, but she couldn't even be sure of that. But then she tapped her lower lip, the shadow woman on the screen. She tapped it 3 times, triggering a memory from less than 2 months prior. She looks into the girl's eyes with the chill wind biting their faces and icy water everywhere, so cold it burns. Brenna stares at her. Poor, pretty mess of a girl. Then at her boyfriend standing behind her, his hand on her shoulder, the fingertips white from the tightness of the clutch. She looks back at the girl's face, at the mascara streaks on her cheeks, looking so awful for the wear. Worse than my and me put together. And then into the eyes. Such fathomless sadness as she meets Brenna's gaze. Her boyfriend oblivious, smiling a little. She doesn't want to be here. None of us do. But this girl. The girl taps her lip 3 times like a Morse signal. She wants to die.
She's so freaking hot,
Trent said. Brenna came back from the memory, fixed her gaze on the screen. Huh, Trent? She's a silhouette.
Hey, so are those chicks on truck mud flaps.
Brenna rolled her eyes.
You'll get it when you see more.
As if on cue, the shadow woman began stretching her body into a series of suggestive yoga poses. A slow back bend, followed by the sharp V of the downward-facing dog. A seamless shift to standing, after which she reached down, grasped her right ankle, and pulled the leg straight out and then up, until the knee touched the side of her head.
See?
Trent said. With shocking ease, she yanked the leg, stole-like, around her shoulder. Her voice was a soft southern accent, drifting out of the speakers like steam. I'll bend any way you want me to. Trent nearly fell off his chair. I get it. Brenna grabbed the mouse and hit pause. Who is she?
Lula Belle.
He said it in the way a nun might say the name of a saint.
She's an artist.
Brenna looked at her assistant. He was wearing a black muscled tee with a deep V-neck, the Ed Hardy logo emblazoned on the front in glittery red letters. His hair was spiked and gelled to the point where it could probably scrape paint off the side of a bus. And, Brenna now noticed for the first time, he was sporting a new tattoo. A bright red lipstick print, hovering just above the left pec. Trent's definition of an artist was, to say the least, dubious.
A performance artist, he said,
as if he'd been reading her mind.
She's on the web. You can download her, performances.
She's a webcam girl.
No.
Trent pointed to the screen.
Lula Belle isn't about porn. I mean, you can get off on her for sure, but...
But what?
Here, I'll show you.
Trent moved the cursor, fast-forwarding the screen image. Brenna watched the shadow twist and bend, watched her drop into the splits and pivot, throw her pelvis over her head and somersault backward to standing. Watched her pull up a stool and straddle it, legs spread wide as a Fosse dancer. Watched her produce an old-fashioned Coke bottle from somewhere off camera, tilt her shadow head back, touch her shadow tongue to the tip, and then take the bottle down her throat all the way to the base. All this inside of 20 seconds. Brenna said, Well, I guess you could call that an art.
No, wait.
When Trent hit play, Lula Belle was on the stool, legs crossed, fingers twisting in her hair.
Listen.
And you know that soft part of your head, Lula Belle? Right next to your eyebrow? That's called your temple. Daddy took his gun, and he put the barrel of it right there at his temple, and he pulled the trigger.